not feeling well today, so I'm trying to distract myself with work. And you know what? Sometimes it works. But today's kinda let me drag myself through this day today, please. Nah, I hate such days, when it's just all like, meh, 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 meh. He replied, the script doctor replied, yes, this is something he does. He wants to know more about what I'm looking for. And he will send me the details of his rates then. And everything he needs. This is what kind of I wanted, but what I was terrified for. Because now I can't say like, oh, I'm not feeling well, I'll reply tomorrow. Because I really am not feeling well. But it doesn't work that way. I will lie down for a bit. I will have my dinner, take painkillers, and reply what I'm looking for. Because I need a moment to kind of structure it, what I'm looking for, which basically you can sum up as I need it to be prestigious festival worthy, and I want it not to be another student film, because if you know what I mean. Student films, you can recognize student films. Yeah. You know what I thought? I am not feeling well today. So it's hard to think when you're not feeling well. And usually I would push myself, but I just can't. I just can't think clearly, even though I kind of had these conversations in my head, like what do I want to be addressed in my script? But right now, like, it's very dizzy. I think I should go to bed and reply tomorrow. And that's what I was afraid of when I was saying that. It's like if I start this process, it's like this is it, I can't jump off it. I guess that's how it works with me. I do something and I get hit by all my fears, and then I understand usually that this is not the end of the world. Guess it won't be the end of the world, right? If I reply tomorrow, because I think it's not my voice in my head that was saying you have to do it right away. I don't have to do anything right away. And I really am not feeling well. But I do think that it is very important to do something when you get the idea. And I'm very proud of myself that I did what I did yesterday. I got an idea, I sat down and I worked on it. And it's just, I really do believe, and I feel it myself on myself, that when you are given an idea, you are given the energy to do it. And if you don't do it, the energy will kind of still have to go somewhere. And unfortunately, kind of the outlet it finds is usually destructive to you. Probably because somewhere deep inside of you, you feel angry at yourself that you didn't do anything about it. You probably also noticed that the same ideas, like you can read about them from a few different sources, from a few different people. It's like a few people get the same idea. I also had this. It's like I would come up with something and then like sometime later I would see that somebody actually made it happen. And it's just like I did nothing about it, they did something about it. I really believe that great ideas come not only to one head, but to a few heads. And the person who actually decides to act on it makes it happen. The rest of us, I mean, for me, I noticed that if I didn't do anything, I start like hitting myself on things, knocking things down. Like my legs will be covered in bruises because I would hit every piece of furniture around me. And that's how my anger usually gets out. One time I was that angry that I fell down the stairs. I tore ligaments in my foot, and yeah, I had to spend some time in a boot. And the same thing happened once on the film set. I slipped. It was like we were shooting in a forest on like the ground was kind of mixed with huge stones that had moss on them, and then they also were covered with leaves, and you didn't really see where you were going. And I ran to somebody to say something, and I slipped, and as the sound guy said, who was wearing his headphones at that time and holding the mic closer to the ground, he said, like, I heard your food make a pop sound. Yeah, that was also a big one, and I tore ligaments as well and spent some time in boots. So now both of my feet are weird. There's also like a term, I don't remember what exactly it is, but it kind of, once you tear them, you have this distorted perception of their position. Like when I think that my feet are standing like this, you know, I actually am standing like this. Like even, it's just weird. I thought it's just me, but no, I talked to other people who have the same trauma, and not trauma is probably not physical. Or is trauma the same as injury? It's just in Ukrainian and in Russian, trauma is basically the same word, like injury, yeah. So, yeah, they have the same distorted perception of how their ligaments are positioned. So yeah. And also, you know why it is important to start doing something? It's also because you kind of start this, like, it's science. You start this kind of reaction in your brain. You start building this neurological chains that work basically in the direction of your dream. You start seeing things you need for it. You start noticing what you wouldn't notice if you didn't need it for your idea. And also, if sometimes you're looking for an answer, it's like you do other stuff, but on the background, it's like computer, you know, you run some software, then you open another window on top and you do whatever you need to do. So basically the same thing happens. And I guess yesterday, that's what happened when I heard that piece of music that gave me like a push. And again, like everything fell in its places and I realized what was missing. And that felt kind of organic. It's just, this is it. It's like you're giving your brain assignment. Psychology is a very interesting thing. And if you know how to make it work on you, you are winning. And that's what I'm trying to do. So I started thinking, and kind of having like bullet points of what I want, what I'm looking for, like what kind of help I need with the script. I'll sleep on it and I will write it tomorrow in the morning. My morning, meaning when I wake up. Today it was 11:30 a.m. which wasn't bad, right? Because it used to be 1:30. So, still morning. My God. I'm sorry, I really am not feeling well. And my blubber is weird. It's under painkillers blubber. I probably would be a funny person waking up from anesthesia. Yeah, okay. I hope your day was better, painless, hopefully. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Right, what is it? Middle of the week, right? It's Wednesday. Is it? Okay, what is it? It is... Yeah, it was Wednesday, now it's Thursday. Terrific. I hope everyone had a great Wednesday. I wish you have a great Thursday. We almost made it through the week. Oh my God, my phone is just like, ugh, I can't even look at it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Have a good night, and I hope you all are feeling much better than I do. Have a good night. Thanks so much for listening.